So I purchased this 1-inch 90-degree aluminum bend 1/16 inch thick. So I'm going to take this, cut off a piece that's approximately 2 1/8 inches long, and I'm going to use that to make my tremolo stop. We're rounding off the corners. As you can see, rounding off the corners. Then we're going to take just these edges off here so they're not so sharp. And then we'll finish that off with some extra fine emery cloth. Now, we got the block out here. If you remember from our original video, the front block is cut to be shorter than its original thickness, so it doesn't stick up above the top of the guitar body, because as you can see, we're setting it into the body here, so you don't have a lot of space there. Our 1-inch angle piece is actually a little bit shorter than our wood block, so we're good with that, and that's why we chose the 1-inch aluminum 90-degree to make our stop for this. And then when we stick it in there, it won't stick up. Once we take this out, we'll still retain our 3/16 of an inch spacing on the back side of the vibrato. Here, as you can see, we have our 3/16 of an inch spacing, nice and flat and even across here. And as you can see, our back block does not stick up here. Our front block did not stick up there. So once we're finished with this, we'll have our aluminum stop on the front side. So when the springs pull back, it's going to bring this back to this position. But then if you want to use your vibrato, you'll be able to move it forward. So for our 2-hole setup, we're using the stainless oval head Phillips screwdriver. These are sheet metal screws, and a 7/64 drill bit, so these are tight. And then you'll use a Phillips screwdriver, screw these in with your Phillips screwdriver like this, and that'll set the threads in the aluminum. Then when you put it in your guitar, there won't be any slop between the screw and the plate, so everything will be absolutely rigid. So when you're using your vibrato, this plate's not going to slide at all inside the guitar. This Legacy came with a 3-spring hook setup for the vibrato, and the block itself has holes for 5 springs, similar to a Fender setup. And this one here takes the 3 springs, so if you do the 2-screw setup, it will go between the 3 springs. So you set this in, you pre-drill this with a 3/32 drill bit in here, not too deep, and then set your screws in. So I screwed this in, and then I put tension on my screws here to approximately a 1/2 inch space, and then I slid out my rear block. So now when you use your vibrato, it returns right back to here. If you want to dampen the sound on this, you can always do another custom modification if you want to, and set it up so you have buffers on there and stuff, but this is plenty good. It'll work, it'll return. This G&L has a natural bone nut, non-locking tuners. If you're using a vibrato system, locking tuners would be the better choice. You'd have less winds on here, so when you're doing a dive bomb, these aren't going to loosen up and then retension, possibly undo any of these. So it'll be a tighter, more direct fit. A lot of people, what they'll do is they'll replace their nut with a locking nut, and then this way here, when you're using your vibrato, everything is locked here, so when the strings loosen up, nothing's being affected up on this end. So as you can see here, by putting in our stop, we still retained our 3/16 of an inch gap on the back side, of our vibrato, and it works perfectly fine. It compresses, it comes back, it sits perfectly nice.